pandemic has been filled with stress and anxiety and challenges that would shake up the healthiest relationships, especially because many people have been spending a lot of time together inside, which can result in too much of a good thing. So, how to keep the love alive during this difficult time? Well, joining me now from New York is psychotherapist and relationship expert, Babita Spinelli. Good morning to you.
Hi, good morning, Scott.
Hey, I can kind of imagine some of the things that can go wrong, but specifically, what are you seeing? How has the pandemic impacted couples?
Mm. Well, as we all know, relationships, marriage is hard work and hard enough as it is. But I'd say the impact on relationships is the pandemic, under the pandemic, basically, because relationships are really struggling. They are dealing with a lot of layers of stressors at the same time. And normally that would not be the case. So they are dealing with perhaps some financial issues, a job furlough, parenting at home, and they're doing all of that without some of the external sources or outside stimuli that they used to have before. So it's quite a pressure cooker for a lot of relationships.
So you kind of mentioned some of the issues there. So to go along with those, what are some of the, I guess, the top tips for couples trying to keep their relationship healthy?
There's some really significant ones. So let's see, where do I begin? I would say the first one is reset expectations. Understand that this situation is not necessarily the norm, and try and give your relationship some grace. So reset what you might expect from each other. I'd also say the next one is do a pulse check. Check in with each other. How are you doing today? How are you feeling today? The third one is communication, communication. But the key, Scott, is this. Sometimes what's happening is there are these ad hoc communications, and each partner is struggling with their own stuff. Either they're depleted or stressed out. So I would say pick a time that works for both of you, figure out when that is, and really try and lean in with empathy when you communicate and figure things out together as a unit. Fourth tip, it is okay to not be attached to each other. Now, what's happening, and this happens in smaller apartments, but even at home, couples might feel like they're like with each other all the time and they're really feeling suffocated. So, what I advocate to relationships is it is okay to take space. Doesn't mean that there's anything unhealthy about it. So, give each other the room. Maybe someone takes some time in another room to watch a show they like, someone else wants to read a book. Then you can come together, but allow yourselves to breathe. Another tip is to allow yourselves to have an individual self-care plan and support each other in that plan. And that's absolutely okay. Talk it through with each other. Someone might want to take a walk, someone needs to ride a bike. Speak to each other about it. And last but not least, and I could go on, with my tips, would be there's a lot of burnout that's happening right now, whether someone is burnt out because of all the homeschooling or they're burnt out from the remote work. So I often will say to couples, a big tip is boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Give yourself space to learn when you're going to shut it off, because if you do that individually, it does impact the relationship in a really healthy way and can really help the unit to feel less depleted, and then you can lean into each other to communicate and to be able to connect.
I like it, Babita Spinelli. Unfortunately, we are out of time because I know we could just keep on talking to you. Thanks for being here. We do appreciate it.